if you want a little Italian insanity, then Ratman, fresh out of the 80s, is one of those movies that you just gotta see to fully comprehend what is going on. This is from Cauldron. They've released a lot of very interesting things. They had City of the Living Dead. They had, Frankenstein 80. They had the new, was it Franco Nero movie that I can't think of the name of right now. But they've released a lot of good stuff. And this particular movie is, it combines two things that I enjoy: 80s horror and Italian horror. This little fella right here, he's not CGI. He is a person. He's a small person. I don't know the PG or PA or whatever term for what he is. Dwarf, mini-me, I don't know. But they dress him up basically as a experiment. He is a half rat. He's half rat, half monkey, I believe is what they say it is. And he has claws that are very infectious. He has teeth that are very infectious. If he scratches you, if he gnaws at you, he will infect you. And it just so happens that we have people on like a photo shoot, and they're kind of out there, in his neck of the woods. So because he's there and they're there, he has to wreak havoc on them. Some very hot women in this movie. Some very hot shower scenes in this movie. If there is one flaw to it, it's kind of like when dude ain't on screen, the movie is not as fun. It's also not as gory and as bloody as I had hoped it would be. I feel like they kind of pulled things back a little bit when they should have went full Italian, full 80s horror. And for some reason, like there's some really cool scenes where he's crawling out of a toilet and all this stuff, which in the trailer didn't say it. It's almost worth buying it alone just for seeing stuff like that. But for some reason, he seems to have two left arms at times, and I'm not sure if a right one wasn't in the budget. Not sure why they didn't want to at least change that a little bit, but regardless, Ratman is here on Blu-ray from Cauldron Films with some extras there that you might want to check out. Interviews. There's one of our good-looking women here. There's plenty of good-looking women in this movie. There is our Ratman. There's also a, like a scientist that's responsible for our Ratman's creation. He's in this with a very interesting performance. I would give the movie a probably 2.5, because while it's in the ballpark of where I'd want a movie like this to be, it doesn't quite hop the rail into the madness in the area that I would want it to. That being said, let me show you the reverse cover, and we'll talk a little more about the transfer. I kind of like that art, but at the same time, it doesn't really have our Ratman on it, so therefore it kind of pales in comparison to the movie one that they use in the other side of the cover, as I'm having a stroke on camera. Nonetheless, it's in Blu-ray, HD, looks great. It does look a little dap or a little weird when it gets like really dark at times there, but other than that, I can't complain about the transfer. Plus, something like this, I mean, it can only look so good anyway, because who knows what the source and the material of it is. We're probably lucky this thing ever seen the light of day on Blu-ray to begin with. Directed by, was it Giuliano Carnimeo? I'm not really good on my Italian, but yeah, that's who made it, who directed it. It's weird, it's wacky, it's a 2.5 out of 5, because it didn't get bloody enough. Although there is some TNA and stuff to hold you down. Although, like I said, when our Ratman ain't on the screen, it does kind of come to a halt. But this is from Cauldron. Check it out if you dare, or if you want to. If not, you can't say you've seen Ratman.